Welcome back to the therapy session of Wesley Stickler. This could only go badly. Ahem. I guess it has been a while, huh? Here's the drill. There'll be 4 mood markers on the screen during the testimony. Markers will flash in accordance with the witness's emotions. Green marker symbolizes joy or happiness. Yellow marker symbolizes shock or confusion. Red marker symbolizes anger. And blue marker means sadness or fear. Okay, I think I've got all that. Your job is to find an emotion that doesn't fit with what the witness is saying. Try looking for something out of place or unnatural. When you think you found it, hit the press button and select the correct emotion. Ooh, okay. Remember, you can't present evidence to these statements. It won't do anything. Once you've found the conflicting emotion, you should be able to drag out more information. Alright, I understand. Are you sure? You look a little overwhelmed. Need me to run you through this one more time? Nope. I think I'll be alright. Thanks, Athena. In that case, you've got everything you need. I'll set up the mood matrix. Mood matrix initialized. Noise level, 100%. Alright. Oh my god. Well, that's really cool. This is really cool. Shock. Lots of shock. Standing face to face. Let's say blue is fear. Fired at once. Double fear, that seems natural. Remember, Apollo, look for an emotion that seems unnatural or out of place. I know that. Nothing really jumps out at me. Inconsistency in someone's emotions can often be quite subtle. If you're having trouble, try thinking about the order of events of the testimony. Make what you're looking for appear a bit clearer. Order of events of the testimony. Down my window. Okay. Mood matrix, here we go. Oh, what? Oh my god, the press screen actually pulls up the, Oh my god, the press screen actually pulls up the, That's cool. I like that. I dig that. Ahem. Gotcha! Let's try this, see what happens. This is weird. Can I ask you something, Stickler? I suppose, if you must. I was gonna say, I guess, why was he feeling shocked? Or surprised before he even saw anything? I suppose, if you must. Why exactly did you look out for your window to begin with? Why? What do you mean? Humans are complex beings, and have always had explanations for our actions. More philosophical pull. Not what I was looking for. What I mean is, when we were analyzing your emotions, just a feeling of surprise. As you were talking about looking out the window. Let me think of anything that surprised you when you were sitting at your desk. After all, it wasn't until you looked outside your window that you noticed Mr. Town, the victim. That's a simple question. It's a wonder that you feel the need to ask. Obviously, it was because of the gunshot. Well, that's out of order. Oh, right. The gunshot, of course. Wait. What? You said that you only heard the gunshot after looking out of your window. What have you done now, witness? Explain yourself. Wait! All I did was make a simple mistake. I remember now. I did indeed hear the gunshot from the office. That's what prompted me to look out the window. And that's when you saw the defendant and the victim. Precisely! So there was no contradiction after all. Good. That means you didn't see the murder take place. The victim was already dead. But I looked out the window the instant I heard the shot. And that's when I saw the 2 men in the alley. There was nobody else. This testimony does still seem, for the most part, incredible. Just make sure you don't have any more memory lapses from now on, understood? Don't happen again! I promise! Athena, this isn't working. There's still no major holes in his testimony. Just stick with it. Besides, just Stickler's testimony has changed now. You update the mood matrix, you might be able to find something more substantial. It's worth a shot, I guess. Mood matrix reinitialized. Noise level? 80%. Ooh. This is a thorough process. Okay, heard a gunshot. Went outside, and that's when I saw the two men. Okay, that's suspicious. He removed the other gunshot from his testimony. Interesting. Updated the data in the mood matrix. I'll be able to analyze Mr. Stickler's new statements now. I'm sure that if we keep chipping away at these unnatural emotions, they'll be able to drag out some new information that should help us out a bit. Once I do that, I might be able to find a contradiction. Let's do this. This is so... It's kind of basking a little bit at how freaking cool it is that they implemented this in the first place. At any rate, I am feeling joy, like Stickler is for some reason. Gotcha! Oh! That's not a place to me. Are you sure about that? I think so. Like, really sure? I already said yes, didn't I? But I mean, like, really sure. Athena, or you can just tell me. You're wrong. No kidding. Okay. So, two things about the mood matrix, the way they implemented that, that I'm noticing. On one hand, there's no back button. On the other hand, I see how they implemented it now. Just a big touch bar, like an examine screen. Because I can touch here. Gotcha! I can touch the unexpected emotion thing, and that gets me yelled at by Athena. Well, that's my only gripes about it. It's still damn cool that they implemented this in the first place. So, why are you so happy, boy? Gotcha! Mr. Stickler, what was your reaction to seeing the defendant and the victim? I can say that I was quite shocked when I saw the defendant. He was holding a gun, after all. It's understandable, but... Did you also feel happy at any point? Happy? What was there for me to feel happy about? I'm not sure. I definitely detected a feeling of joy in your testimony. Reading is quite weak. It looks to me like a feeling of relief. Huh? What have you felt relieved about? Relief? Oh! Remember now. See, after hearing the gunshot, I feared for the worst. That's why I was relieved to see that the two men were unharmed when I looked out of my window. Wait. What did you say? Alright, now things are coming together here. Order! Order! Somebody please explain what is going on. Nathan was killed by a single shot to the chest, which means... Matt Dorr should have already been dead by the time you saw him. Ah! Does this mean... Was the victim not killed by the gunshot Stickler heard? I'm afraid I don't quite... This is ridiculous. What you're claiming is impossible. There was a single shot that night. This victim had to have been dead after the witness heard the gun fired. That's not what your witness claims. According to him, the victim was still alive. Then what? If the victim was not already dead, then what was... Then when was he killed? I don't understand! Athena, I think I need a therapy session after this. Excuse me. Is it okay if I leave now? I'm not feeling so well, and I'd like to go home to rest. I'm not going anywhere. Agreed. The witness will stay. Wesley Stickler, you are going to clean up the mess you've made of my pervert case. Hey! Yes, ma'am! I guess the obvious question is, where do we go from here? Apollo, might want to have a look at this. Athena? What is it? Noise. I'm still detecting unnatural emotions in Stickler's testimony. Seriously? We didn't find them all yet? Apparently not. Maybe Mr. Stickler might not have remembered everything. We can find this last emotion. It could help us find out the whole truth about the night of the crime. Look, I have any other options right now. Let's give it a try. Well, matrix reinitialized. Noise level 30%. Okay, that was a big one. Okay, got the shock. It was relieved to see that they were unharmed. Okay. Still on this. Oh wait, I have to push these buttons. Nope, that's not it. Are you sure about that? Like, really sure? I mean, like, really sure. You're wrong. Put you there, the moon matrix. And analyze new statements now. Unnatural emotions. Okay, now this is getting complicated. I'm not sure. Are we going to point out that the relief is gone? Gotcha! Nope, not. Okay. So are we trying to say that he heard a second gunshot? Or... this looks familiar. Stickler, when you left the office to call the police that night, did you remember being startled by anything? Oh. Startled? Now that you mention it. Oh! Witness? Is everything alright? Yes. As I was saying... I recall hearing a loud noise on my way out of the office. That's what startled me. It was probably nothing. What's up with Stickler? He's really freaking out now. This is weird. Noise is gone, but I'm sensing fear in the witness's voice. Fear? What's he afraid of? I wonder. That's it! I must have noticed a contradiction in his own testimony. Now he's afraid of Von Karma getting mad at him again. So sorry, Panties guy. Gonna have to expose that contradiction. Even if it does mean that you'll have to take a few extra whiplashings because of it. Athena, we need to find the contradiction in Stickler's testimony. Well, that's gonna be a little hard if he doesn't tell us the whole story. Clearly he knows more than he's saying. It's all got something to do with that noise he heard. We need to figure it out. So we just need to figure out what it was. Gun. Gun. Considering the evidence, the only thing that could have made that loud noise would be this. It's a murder weapon. You heard the gun fire once more as you left the office, didn't you? Fitness. Why did you not mention this before? I'm so sorry. I thought I was just hearing things. I was convinced that my ears were playing tricks on me. Now that I think about it, I suppose that I could have heard a gunshot after all. Hey! A second gunshot? What could it mean? I'm not sure. There's clearly a bigger issue than Stickler's hearing here. Enough! As I'm sure as you all have noticed, there's a glaring fault in this theory. A fault? Right. This witness now claims to have heard 2 gunshots that night. Blatantly contradicts this piece of evidence. 1 gunshot. Gun! Mr. Stickler, you say that you heard 2 gunshots that night. However, that just isn't possible. Take a look at the murder weapon. You see that only 1 shot has been fired from it. What is the meaning of this? You heard the gunshot before you looked out your window. That was the only shot fired from this weapon. It means that the noise you heard could not have been the sound of the defendant's pistol. But wait! It wasn't a gunshot. What was the sound the witness heard? Wish I knew. I know this looks bad. I've had just about enough of you, witness. I trusted you to give a reliable testimony. You've done nothing but been an incompetent fool. Forgive me. We got something important out of this, shockingly. Nothing about this case makes any sense. This testimony just complicates things even more. In a good way, though. So, Apollo Justice, tell me, what did the witness hear on the night of the murder? Huh? More importantly, why should we care? If that noise was not a gunshot, it doesn't have much bearing on this case, does it? Ah! She's right, Apollo. Mr. Stickler heard even relevant to the case. I'm afraid I have no clue what the noise was, if not a gunshot. I can't figure out what that noise was. Unless... That's it! It appears our attorney has had an epiphany. Mr. Justice, can you explain to this court what the witness heard? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Stickler thought that he heard another gunshot that night. The truth is, he was right. The noise was indeed a second gunshot. Preposterous! Was it you that proved that the victim's pistol couldn't have fired more than 1 shot? Right. This pistol couldn't have fired 2 times. That can only mean one thing. Tal's pistol only fired 1 shot, which means... someone else fired. Mr. Tal's gun didn't deliver the other shot. There's only one explanation. Somebody else fired their own pistol at the crime scene. Yeah! A second shooter, the third party at the scene of the crime. Get him! A foolishly foolish claim by a foolishly foolish fool. Where's the proof that there was another person at the crime scene? Don't tell me you've already forgotten Miss Keeper's testimony. A suspicious person was seen running away from the scene of the crime. Mr. Stickler's testimony has made it clear that a third person could have hidden at the scene. Set up perfectly. That person could have been anyone. Your theory is nothing but conjecture. If my theory is just based on witness testimony, you can't deny the possibility of a second shooter. Actually, I can. Quite easily. Because you have yet to show proof that there was a second gunshot that night. But Stickler's testimony is nothing more than a tangled mess of mistakes and assumptions. You've seen how unreliable this boy is. It's not more reasonable to assume that he mistook the noise he heard for a gunshot. No, it's not. Excuse me. There was a second gunshot at the time of the crime. Gunshot fired from a different gun. This is the evidence that proves it. Blank bullet. Mystery bullet. This bullet was found at the scene of the crime. While similar to the one found in the victim's chest, the rifling marks show that it was fired from a different gun. You don't think I already knew about that bullet? There's nothing to link it to this case. It was likely fired before the night of the crime. Sorry, Miss Von Karma. I'm afraid we can no longer make that assumption. Not after your own witness claims he heard a second gunshot at the time of the murder. Should also explain another contradiction. Recall that the witness said both men were unharmed after hearing the first gunshot. What he heard must have been the firing of this bullet. This means that it was the second shot that took the victim's life. Well, that's a little deflating. That means that our victim is still guilty. Incredible work, Apollo! Proving that there was a third party at the scene of the crime. Objection! But you've made a fatal error. I'm impressed, Apollo Justice. You are? That was some impressive deduction. I can see now why Felix Wright chose you as his apprentice. Please don't call me that. Now, just answer me one thing. What does this change exactly? What do you mean? Suppose I can see that there was a third person at the scene at the time of the crime. Person who, as you say, fired the second bullet. What would change? After all, the bullet found at the scene showed no traces of blood, meaning it didn't hit anyone. And the bullet found in the victim's chest shared its rifling marks with this gun. And that, need I remind you, bears the defendant's fingerprints. Guess she has a point. Yeah, I guess we can't get around the fact that the bullet fired from the victim's gun killed the defendant. Wait. Flip-flop that statement. 1 second. Bullet fired by the defendant's gun killed the victim. So that's how the order of events fell into place. Third party fires second bullet. Makes first gunshot. Both parties are still unharmed. That still means that our client did a shooty. Did a bang-bang gun shooty. Do not agree, Your Honor. Its guilt is unquestionable. Allow me to give my opinion on the matter. The way I see it, there is little doubt concerning the evidence against the defendant. Murder weapon, the letter, not to mention the defendant's own confession. This evidence points to only one conclusion. No. However, both witnesses proved to be less decisive than was originally thought. And there still remains the issue of this supposed third party and the second gunshot. It would not be right for me to give my verdict while these questions still remain. That's why I will adjourn this court for today. We get another day to investigate? Mr. Justice, Miss Von Karma, I ask that you both investigate the matters that have been discussed here today. Did I make myself clear? Yes, Your Honor. Fine. What's up with Miss Von Karma? Very well. That's all for today. Court is adjourned. Alright. Good shit. Whew. That was some trial. Don't look so down, Apollo. We're amazing in there. Now we know that there was a third person at the crime scene. There's a third person. Right. We also know that it doesn't do us any good. Mr. Tom, did you know about this third person? I didn't see anyone. That's what I was afraid of. What's up with Mr. Tom? Seems lost in thought. Listen. Oh! It's Trucy. Must be about the boss. Answer it quick. Beep. Trucy! Mr. Wright, is he okay? Polly! Do we need to talk about indoor voice again? Sheesh. Sorry. But, Mr. Wright, don't worry about Daddy. He's doing great. In fact, he woke up about half an hour ago. He did? Oh, thank goodness. Did you hear that, Athena? Mr. Wright is awake. Oh, hell yeah! Let's go see him right away, right now. It's a good idea. Trucy, get there as soon as we can. Uh-oh, what's this about? Miss Von Karma, did you need to speak with us? You. Uh-oh. Mr. Tom. Okay. He walked out. Ms. Von Karma? What's going on? She followed him. Wait! Where are you going? What's going on, Apollo? If only I knew. Ominous. Let's jump right into part 3. We're only at halfway through this video. Missing one sound. Hickfield Clinic. Oh no. You're gonna be wearing your hoodie. Let's see, it should be Mr. Wright's room. I'll say. I bet it's even messier than his desk. Why does he have all this crap with him? I think that was Trucy's doing. Read all those DVDs from the office. But I'm not sure why she bothered bringing that old piano. Uh-huh. What about all these suspicious-looking bottles? It's grape juice. Or so I'm told, anyways. Grape juice? You sure about that? Whatever. Can Mr. Wright be here? Maybe he's in a checkup or something? Should find a nurse or a doctor. Oh ho ho. Looking for a doctor, are you? Oh no. Why? I believe I can point you in the right direction. Oh! Director Hickfield. Apollo, you know this guy. This is the director of the clinic. Met him when I came here once before. Yes, I am. Director Hickfield. Oh, yes. What do we have here? Apollo? Why is he staring like that? Apollo, he's scaring me. Yes. Good. I mean, this is bad. Very bad. Yes. Bad? What do you mean? Sick? Yes. You. Very, very ill. Don't look so good, Gary. You should come with me. Can give you a private examination. Yes. Apollo, what do I do? Well, it's a Apollo. No. You should probably listen to him. Apollo, no. Excuse me, Director Hickfield. Hello there. Sir. Hate to interrupt, but I believe that these two are here to see me. Would it be okay if you saved your examination until later? Yeah. Didn't realize they were with you, sir. Yes. I'll just catch up with the girl. No. Yeah, no. You'll not do that. You knock your teeth in. Glad I got here when I did. Word of advice, Athena. You may want to skip that appointment with the director. Mr. Wright! Boss, I'm so glad you're okay. That was creepy. Calm down, you two. I'm fine. She's done a fine job looking after me. Didn't leave Daddy's side for a second. When did Trucy get here? So, Polly, how did the trial go? That's all Daddy's been thinking about since he woke up. Whoa there, Trucy. I was gonna say I didn't believe in you, Apollo. I'm just concerned, is all. Right. Let's tell Mr. Wright about what happened today. But first and foremost, we must perform the customary lawyer exchange. Apollo, this is your case from now on. All this evidence is your responsibility. You're just saying that because you can't think of something to say, are you? Okay. Can't show him our badge. Trial. That was amazing in there, boss. Well, that might be going a little far. Proof that there was a third person at the crime scene at the time of the murder. Really? That's one hell of a big step in the case, Apollo. So you know the identity of this third party? Fortunately not. What's worse is that we still can't explain why the murder weapon only has Mr. Tal's prints on it. That certainly is a problem. I like that expression. What about Prosecutor Tal? What about Prosecutor Tal? Has he come around yet? Actually, the situation seems to have gotten worse. Worse than a confession? Mr. Tal and Prosecutor Von Karma walked out on us after the trial. Seems like they're planning something together. They might be arranging a plea bargain. You mean, Prosecutor Tal is going to testify in court tomorrow? It's certainly possible. Apollo, we need to speak to Tal and figure out what's going on. Right? Looks like we're going back to the detention center. Alright, shooting. I can't believe that somebody actually shot you. Just as much of a surprise for me, let me tell you. Not just I won't be able to leave the hospital for a while. I'm just lucky that the bullet didn't hit anything vital. Damn. Mr. Wright's incredible luck strikes again. Do the police have any idea who your attacker is? Afraid not. There are clear rifling marks on the bullet they took out of me, but that's where the clues end. So sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault they got away. Compare the rifling marks on that bullet to the mystery bullet we found, and there we got our case connection. Yeah. I dig it. Apollo. Of course it wasn't. If it weren't for you, I might not have made it to the hospital in time. That's right. You saved Daddy's life, Polly. Anyway, you don't need to worry about me now. You guys should focus on the case. Actually, that reminds me of something. Huh? Something else? Paula, do you still have that letter that Prosecutor Tal gave to us? You mean this one, right? The one that his sister wrote. Oh, good. Glad to see you kept hold of it. Prosecutor Tal wanted us to hand this over to Mr. Edgeworth. After the panic of what happened yesterday, we never got the chance. I think it would be a good idea if you got that letter to him as soon as possible. It needs to be kept safe, after all. Sure thing. It shouldn't be too difficult. Mr. Edgeworth showed up early to visit Daddy. He said they needed to go back to the Criminal Affairs Department. Wasn't too long ago. Maybe he's still there? Criminal Affairs. Got it. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us today. Good luck out there, Apollo. I'll be right here if you need anything. It's not like I can go anywhere else. Sure thing, Mr. Wright. We'll keep you informed. I'm glad that you took over this case for me. Edgeworth and Prosecutor Von Karma. The two of them taught me a lot about what it means to be a lawyer. You stick with the two of them while I'm in here, then you'll do just fine. Sure thing, Mr. Wright. So where do you want to go, Apollo? We can go meet Prosecutor Tal at the detention center, or we can head down to Criminal Affairs and find Mr. Edgeworth. If you prefer, we can go into town and investigate the case. There's so much to do! Getting worked up just thinking about it. Whoa! Don't go running off without me now. I wonder, where should we go first? Well, clearly, we need to go home first. Clearly, we're going to examine the piano. Okay, I'll bite. What's with the piano? I brought it here. I figured that Daddy might need it in case he was too injured to go back to lawyering. Practice makes perfect. Except the nurse won't let me play it because of the disturbance to the patients. Wait, so he's actually tried playing it? Nice. Okay. Is that the only conversation in this background can we talk about? I have to say, the office looks a little tidier now that you have taken all these DVDs out. That reminds me. Miss Faye sent you a package in the mail. With a Copper Samurai box set inside. Oh, crap! haven't even started on that Birch Samurai set. It's weird that these superhero names get lamer every year. Yeah? Yeah. Let's go see the bay first. Here we are at Criminal Town. Wow, just look at all this. We're actually inside a real police department. Just like an old detective show. Okay, Apollo. I'll be the good cop, and you can be the bad cop. Why have I got to be the bad cop? Because I'm definitely the good cop. That makes you the bad cop. Don't you know how these things work, Apollo? Let's just move on for this conversation. Now, this is a surprise. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Justice, Miss Sykes, what brings you two down here? Actually, it's because we were looking for you. I see. Very well then. How can I help? We must perform the lawyerly ritual. Lawyerly ritual. Not darn, nothing. I've been prosecuting this case. Alright, sorry, first found it. Can you help me with this or not? Help you with what? Okay, he's clearly just trying to avoid the question here. Guess he really doesn't know anything. Fair, okay. Nice trial. I hear you did well in the trial today. When Franziska said she was impressed by you... Prosecutor Von Karma said that? Well, maybe things didn't go as well as I had hoped. He still only narrowly avoided a guilty verdict. I still have no clue how to prove that Prosecutor Tal wasn't the murderer. And there's Prosecutor Von Karma. Franziska? What about her? She's totally convinced that Tal did it. It's entirely relentless when it comes to getting a guilty verdict. Yes, well, that's just the way she is. If Franziska isn't letting up, then neither can you. As long as the both of you give it your all tomorrow, then you are sure to arrive at the truth. The truth. Right. Stand, Tal. I'm worried about Prosecutor Tal. He insists that he's the one who shot the victim. Now it looks like he's going to strike a plea bargain with Miss Von Karma. What? Franziska, just what are you up to? Mr. Edgeworth? You're the one that said that a guilty verdict might do more damage to the court's reputation. Prosecutor Tal confesses to the court, then. Mr. Justice. Yes? You are a respectable young man and a fine defense attorney. I know that, however dire the situation becomes, that you will do the right thing. Right! Mr. Edgeworth is right. I am a respectable young man. This is no time to be backing down. We will, however, give you this. What's this? Prosecutor Tal wanted us to deliver it to you. It's the report his sister wrote on Redco before she died. His sister? You mean? Are you telling me that he told you about his sister? Well, actually we kind of forced it out of him. I see. I take it you already know about Redco. That how they're under investigation by Interpol? Yes. Been a matter of concern for a few years now. Interpol was nearing a breakthrough in their case. Then Agent Tal was lost in that fire. That fire is the reason that Prosecutor Tal met with the victim. I had suspected as much. So you're telling me that Emily Tal left this letter behind? That's right. She sent it to her brother just before she died. He said that you would know what to do with it. It would need to be handed over to Interpol. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be safe for me to take this letter from you. Huh? What do you mean? Well, huh? Not safe? What do you mean it wouldn't be safe for you to take this letter? There's a reason that I came here today. Last night, someone broke into my office. What? No way! Somebody broke into the prosecutor's office? I returned this morning to find that my lock had been picked. Not only that, but my whole office had been ransacked. What the hell? So, what did they take? That's the thing. As far as we can tell, nothing has gone missing. You mean, they didn't take anything? I surmise that whoever broke into my office couldn't find whatever they were looking for. Which is why, for now, I'm handing over my sensitive case documents to the police. After all, whoever did this may well return. As for this letter, I suggest that you hold on to it for now. Just keep it safe and I'll see to it that it's passed on to Interpol after this case. Right. Not a problem. This incident couldn't have happened at a worse time. Knew that this position wouldn't be easy, but really now. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Can we... Oh, we can't ask him about right. Our profile isn't in here. What do you think about the panty snatcher? Nothing. Oh, yes, you are in Apollo's. Okay, there's nothing else we can really do here. Oh, okay. Right won't tell us anything. Business district. Time to get shot again. What's up, Apollo? Your eyes are shifting all over the place. Oh. It's nothing. Wait, don't tell me. Is this where it happened? Yeah. This is the street where Mr. Wright was shot. Hey! Athena, what are you doing? Are you kidding? What if whoever shot Mr. Wright has it out for us as well? Not gonna be the next one to end up in the hospital. Especially not with that weird director guy. Yeah. That's all well and good. Why are you hiding behind me? Look at it this way. You'll be sacrificing yourself for the greater good. The hell I will. Get out of here already. Hey! No! Apollo, please! Anybody out here could be an assassin. Could be that guy walking toward us now. Hey, wait. Isn't that? Oh no. Hey! He bolted as soon as he saw us. Oh well. Say we just let him... Hey you! Get back here! Don't worry, Apollo. I'll catch him for us. Athena, wait. Athena, no! Athena, no! Athena, what are you doing? Why does she never listen to me? Come back, Mr. Stickler. We have some questions for you. Hey! No, please! No more questions! No! Ah! Get your hands off of me! Don't pull on my robe! No! My panties. Unexpected action sequence. See, Apollo? I told you I'd catch him. Just suplexed him into the street. What the hell is wrong with you, Athena? You might know something important. That's when I thought I was done talking to this guy. Okay, Stickler. What have you got for us? I'll tell you whatever you want. Please don't hurt me. See? What'd I say? Nothing a little violence can't solve. I just hope he doesn't press charges. Here we go. Just already got a bit confusing in the trial earlier. Can you tell me everything that you heard and saw one more time? Very well. It all happened around 8:45 in the evening. There was one loud bang. I assumed that it was a gunshot. The noise prompted me to look out the window, where I saw the two men. They were both standing. The defendant was pointing a gun at the victim. I looked away and began to search for a phone to call the police. That's when I heard a second loud bang. That second bang must have been the shot that took the victim's life. By the way, in your testimony, you said that Mr. Tal was holding the gun at point-blank range. Do you stand by that claim? I believe so. I remember it. The gun was pressed up, as I remember it, the gun was pressed up to the victim's chest. However, I now find little credence in my own memory. Huh? The human mind is imperfect. Has many faults. It's easy to mistake the wind for the trick that fills the set. One can never fully trust the... I'm not sure I can handle much more of this. So sure was Prosecutor's towel you saw. Without a doubt it was most certainly him. Though it was dark, you could still see the man's face clearly in the glow of the lamppost. And there was definitely nobody else at the crime scene. Oh, Paulo, why are you doing that Wesley Stickler impersonation? It's only the victim and the defendant that I saw, I assure you. There was still a part of the crime scene that was blocked from your view. Perhaps. But do you truly believe that someone could have hidden there? It's true that Prosecutor Tal said himself that there was no one else there. Then again, he did say his memory of the crime was hazy. He just didn't notice the third person. I hope we get a mood matrix for Tal next time. In the next trial. Just because we need more mood matrix. I dig it. Testimony you gave in court today was all over the place. Well, might have been a few mistakes. So why didn't you just tell us the truth at the beginning? It's just... the prosecutor questioned me. She was so terrified that I decided to just tell her what she wanted to hear. I suppose I might have ended up convincing myself in the process. Don't be so angry. You would have done the same. Nothing more than a survival technique. Base instinct that sort of passed the expected prehistoric era. Natural selection to satisfy the national... Yeah, that's great, Stickler. Best to shut him down now, and then let him keep going. We're quite done asking questions. May I please leave? I'm already late getting back to work. Today has been stressful enough. Sure thing. Thanks for the help, Mr. Stickler. Oh, and no hard feelings about earlier, right? About fucking suplexing you half to death. See, Apollo? Told you that he'd be helpful. I'll admit, it was useful to figure out exactly what Stickler saw that night. It's a shame that none of it was particularly helpful to our case. So where to next? Not here. His streets look even emptier than before. Guess there have been 2 shootings here now. This kind of thing continues. Property value might plummet. And we don't want that. Wow, we got a lot of places to go. Redco, crime scene. Let's go to Redco. Strange. There's nobody here at the moment. We should try coming back later. Okay, can't go up to the office. Well, crime scene. Investigation team's out here again today. No sign of Emma, though. We should take a look around when we have the chance. That's where the body was found. I don't know the angle. Stickler definitely could have seen this area clearly from his office. It's not a matter of that other alleyway off to the side. It's a shame that nobody in any of these buildings saw the murder. Even this close would have been able to clearly see what happened. Dad, we always get witnesses that give unnecessarily vague and confusing testimony. Wonder why that is. It's your luck, I guess. The alley would be down here, maybe? Where is alley? This is the alley we need to point at, right? I assume... nothing for us to examine here. What's this? That's annoying. It doesn't actually appear to be anything else to find here. So, I guess we just gotta head into here. Prosecutor Tall. Mr. Justice, I thought you might show up here. We need to talk about this case. I agree. Alright, simple enough. About the night that Dor was killed, you were at the crime scene. You spoke to the victim, right? You already know that I did. How many times do I need to say it? I shot him. That's the truth. The whole truth. I don't believe you. There was somebody else at the crime scene, wasn't there? Answer me. Prosecutor Tall. Apollo. There was no one. I saw no one. Said you were having trouble remembering what happened when Dor was shot. Said it was hazy, right? Maybe you just don't remember. I can't tell you what I didn't see. As far as I can remember, it was just me and the victim. Why don't you just say what you came here for? With the trial today, you left the courthouse with Miss Von Karma. You mind telling me what you spoke to her about? Can't let this go on any longer. A murderer. Deep down, I know that's true. The fact isn't going to change. No matter how much you, I, or the chief prosecutor would like it to. There's only one way for me to mistake this right. No! I can't let you do this! I already made up my mind. Tomorrow, I'm going to stand in that court and tell them exactly what I've done. You can't! Mr. Tal, you're not thinking straight. Wrong, Justice. I am thinking straight. There's no other choice here. Can't go on like this. You know just as well as I do that I can't be allowed to go free. But, if you're found guilty, I know. Might be some backlash. The way our court system is struggling, we've only made things even worse. This isn't about the law. This is about justice. Send me in court or don't. It's your choice. Whatever you do, just know that I'm not changing my mind about this. Prosecutor Tall, I think that's enough for today. I'll see you in court tomorrow. No, wait! Sorry I had to turn out this way, Mr. Justice. That ominously jammy theme. Apollo. Let's go. We still have work to do. Won't give up. Not now. Just know that there has to be something more to this case. Happy Jams! So, Athena, what's on our to-do list? Let's see, we should really try and straighten things out with Mr. Tull. That went well. Sure can find out the detention center. Also had that letter delivered to Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Tracy said that he was down at the Criminal Affairs at the moment. That did go well, but not for Edgeworth. We should be on the lookout for anyone else who can give us a lead. Can I write this stuff down for you? Sure. What are your thoughts on the case so far? I'm worried about Prosecutor Tull. After he walked out on us today, who knows what he's going to do? Mr. Wright said that Von Karma might be arranging a plea bargain with Tull. If that's true, it's definitely bad news for us. Very bad news. Let's see, does this change anything here? No. Oh? Someone is now present. Mr. Justice! Oh, Miss Keeper. I'm I'm glad you're here. Would it be okay if we asked you some questions? I'm so very sorry. Huh? I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble with my testimony. I saw somebody at the scene of the crime that night. When I had heard that prosecutor was arrested, You have my deepest apologies. I devoted myself to representing this company with excellent customer service. And the actions today have been far from excellent. I'm a disgrace! She's taking this way too hard. Psst, Apollo. I'm not gonna get anything out of her like this. I need to tell her something to make her feel better. Quick! What favor did to deserve this? Miss Keeper, please don't worry about it. Your, testimony was really helpful to our case. What? I mean, sure. I tried to get Mr. Tall convicted, but, testimony ended up proving that there was a third person at the scene. So, in a way, your testimony actually ended up helping us, I guess. Yeah! That means your customer service was really spot on. Do you really mean that? Of course. Just give you something to work with. Thank you, Mr. Justice. I promise to carry on delivering excellent customer service on behalf of Redco. Mr. Justice, Miss Sykes, you're always welcome at Redco. Please let me know how I can help. Well, I'm glad that's over. Now we can ask her some questions. Oh. Oh? Who are you? Who's this guy? He doesn't look like he works here. Ian? Oh, yes. He's waiting. Okay. Why does Miss Keeper look so shaken all of a sudden? My apologies. As I was saying, ask me anything you'd like. I wonder. Yep, we can ask about that man. We will do so next time.